Good evening. My name is Craig Blanchette, and we're here for our Tuesday night. We call this our Tuesday Tips and our Health Coach Huddle Up. So we do this every Tuesday from 8 to 8:30, and this is basically there's a number of there's like two trainings that you can go to every week. One of them's hosted by Dr. A, and I just want to make sure you guys know that that's Monday night. Starts at 5 o'clock, right? Monday night. And that's a weekly leadership call. After that, Terry Miller has a training that's also worthy to attend. And then our team has our own sort of something a little bit different because we don't want to duplicate what's already being done, but we do our own health coach huddle. And this is just people that are on our team, and with a few exceptions. And so we can get into the more details and have it be more interactive and more community based than those other calls can be. So I want to make sure that you guys know about this. This is also available. We post the link on Facebook in our health coach page. We also it's available on YouTube as well if you want to subscribe there. So that's what this is all about. We are going to toss it over now to Kim Stewart. Welcome, Kim.
Thank you, Craig. I am excited to start us off tonight, and we wanted to kind of introduce a little bit different time to start us off each week, hopefully, as we go forward. I don't know if you're like me, but sometimes we can get so focused on our goals, and I guess I'd love to kind of parallel this to our clients' journey. So if you're working with your clients, have you had times where their client becomes so focused on the scale that they aren't really focused on the little steps they need to do each day to get where they want to be? And so we thought that if we could take the beginning part of this call and really focus it on the things, that little minute steps along the way that help propel us to where we want to be, that would be a great focus. So as we open the call each week, we really want to focus on action and action steps. Will we celebrate new ranks and people helping a lot of people? Absolutely. But we also want to celebrate the work that goes into reaching those people and really helping them. And so I'd love to just start out by opening it up. And I know this might be a little bit slow in coming. We haven't warned you about this, but think about the things that you did this week. Where did you get a little bit outside of your comfort zone? That could be a huge celebration and a victory. What is something that you did to put yourself out there, get out of your comfort zone and help somebody else? Is anybody willing and able to come off of mute and let us celebrate with you a step, an action that you took this week?
Me.
Yay, Mary.
Well, last Saturday, never mind. I've got my weeks all messed up. So was because I came in late because I was on the phone with a client. What was the whole question?
We're celebrating actions you took to move yourself and your business forward.
Oh, well, instead of just thinking, oh, she'd be a good coach, or he'd be a good coach, or I should say something and then not, I've been just saying it. And it's been working out. And just doing the Facebook Live. I know this is shocking, but I would tend to I have been in a habit of living based on how I feel at the time versus based on discipline of what I know I need to do and doing it consistently. And it doesn't work out very well in life, your business, or in general. And so I've been working more at discipline and just doing things consistently and just listening to people. In fact, the gal I was on the phone with just now was a client of mine a while ago, and she called me tonight, and I was talking with her, and she goes, "Did I lose you?" And I said, "No, I'm listening to you." I said, I know you're not used to that. and I said, one of the changes with Optavia is that I've learned to listen.
That I just want to really cheer that on, and I promised Mary would do no cheers on the call tonight, so I won't actually, but I know that is something that you've been working on, so congratulations. There's lots of action steps there.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Doing stuff I don't feel like doing with a smile.
Absolutely. Tons of great action steps. Who else has something to share in action? Daniela.
So I guess, I don't know quite how to describe it, but there's power behind my action. So instead of having action, lag, think about it, action, it's more action, 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 action. I'm finding that, interestingly enough, it's less time per day actually spent on it, because guess what? I'm not thinking about it so much. I'm just doing it. And so when I have my list of people that I want to reach out to, I've learned not to put my scary person first and not to put them last. I stick them there in the middle. So it's in the middle of my momentum and I can just keep going. So that's my celebration.
Oh, I love that. And I see, Maureen, you have something to celebrate. Let's hear what you have to celebrate.
So just a couple of things. I did put myself out of my comfort zone, and I've done a couple of Facebook Lives, and I've actually really enjoyed them. I don't have a script or anything. I'm just myself at the moment. And I heard I think it was the leadership call last night, about doing a Facebook Live of value, finding like an article or finding some type of information to share. So that's my next, I guess, push, is to bring value to, because what I shared on Facebook Live was where I was at, and I was actually outside, and I was I was in Aspen, Colorado. So I was going up the gondola, and I couldn't believe the number of views. I mean, it was really cool. And then we got out there, and I showed everybody just the whole summit, and it was fun. It was really cool. And the other thing I wanted to say, I did invite someone to our event on the 19th. So I believe it's the 19th. Let's see, is that right? Yeah, to the 19th. And it was so easy for me. It was so, anyway, I just wanted to share that.
Congratulations, Maureen. I love that. And so I know, boy, it's amazing how fast time goes. I know I need to get onto our next thing, but I just, as we come together, be thinking about what is that, just quick victory that you have to share, because we want to celebrate action, because sometimes our fears and thoughts can get in the way. So let's continue to take action to kind of set those aside. And I know somebody that was doing a great job of taking action is Christina. Craig, do you want to kind of talk a little bit about that with Christina, about what action she's taking?
I do, yeah. What's really interesting about working with people, and Terry Miller and I were doing a meeting with Christina this morning, and one of the things that I was celebrating that impresses me about her, and Terry Miller said, "Don't you love it? The best part of this job, the best part of this career, job doesn't sound right. The best part of this career is seeing people like grow, like they become different, they become better, right?" And so Christina's had a lot of things in her past that have kept her down, and she just does hard things. You're getting a reputation for like, that seems hard. Yes, I'll do it. And so we've done some things this week, and just in a couple of minutes, if you could share with us like what you've been doing with the 3 and 3 things, and just some of the actions that you've been taking.
Well, I did dye my hair blue. That's one of the actions I took this week because it's funner than green. So, and I like funner. So this beauty right here has been my biggest action over the last, I don't know, since I got back from convention. I've just been completely on fire with it. A couple things I really like about it is that it's not a set in stone thing. It's a guide. It's a guide to get the point across, to get the right things across when you're getting to know somebody for this program, and just in general forming a relationship with them. It does a good job at having the right words, because put on the spot, I would not be able to have the right words. That's about as far as I'd go. So this is really a good structural tool for me. Another thing I really like about it is that it's interchangeable. You can, some of the questions get you to ask another question that's not even on the sheet. So it just gets you to know that person just a little bit more. And with this format, people are I've noticed with the people I've done this to, I've probably done this about 15 times now. And I've noticed that people are really open to sharing with this format rather than with the well-being evaluation format. They want to tell you more, but they feel like, oh, this is just a 1 through 10 question, and we'll get to the rest of it later. No, but this is in the moment. And that's and being in the moment means they want to share this with you now. And it's pertinent to what they're what you're asking and what they're trying to share with you, so you can get to know them better. And it really helps with not just, like I said, not just this program, getting them in the right one and figuring out what they need, what they want, what their goals are. But when you're having a relationship with somebody, I've noticed a lot of things about, these are questions not everybody asks when you're getting to know somebody. And it gets to know them more at their heart state rather than their, hey, how's your job? Even though that's not a bad question. This kind of pulls out more of the heartstrings than any other thing that I've ever seen. So,
Christina, I have a follow. So just to get perspective, if you can just give me a number, have you done more than 5 of these?
Yes.
Have you done more than 10 of these?
I've probably done about 15.
15, okay. And we only got this tool maybe 3 weeks ago, maybe 2 weeks ago. So, wow. Thank you. Awesome.
I want to do the work because I have big dreams and big goals, and convention comes real quick, and July is just around the corner, just like Christmas is just around the corner, just like fall is just around the corner. And I want to reach those, not just for myself, but I want more peeps in my corner.
Yep.
I want that community that is ever growing and ever changing and ever just supportive. So
perfect. Awesome. I love that. Way to go. Way to lead. Way to get out.
And I'm not even a senior coach yet, but it's only a matter of time, because actions will be the deciding factor, and just keep doing them. Y'all are doing awesome, and I'm proud to be a part of this team.
Awesome. Oh, Christina, what a change. I mean, I think, wow, you just did a perfect turnover too in talking about action, because Alex is going to bring us into the big 3x3 of action.
Wow. All right, guys, here we go. 3 and 3. So simplifying your client development into some very, very super simple steps is the 3 and 3. How many of you caught Dan Valentine blowing it up about the 3x3 on the leadership call? Man, I'm not even sure if we're calling it leadership call anymore, but 5 o'clock Pacific time, Dr. A and the field leaders, top health coaches and Take Shape for Life share amazing stuff with us. Check out the recording for the details. This is going to be like the 10,000-foot overview to get you like really wanting to watch that. But that was an amazing place. So I don't want to try and repeat what Dan Valentine did. It was just phenomenal. There's no reason to try and repeat it. Go check it out. Well, Craig, as far as recordings go of the leadership call, how can someone access those? I'm catching them all live. Probably posted in the Agents of Transformation page, I'm guessing.
Yeah. I'm not sure that they are recorded, actually. I think they're telling us to go live, to be there live.
Are they? Okay, because they used to record those. We'll have to find out. But if you missed it, wow. Okay.
I think that if you go to your Office in Motion, there's a drop-down tab that links to leadership calls.
For the recordings?
Yeah.
Okay, so perfect. All right, so together everyone achieves more. That was a good example of that. Office in Motion, drop down tab under trainings, or which tab is it? You can find it. All right, so let me jump right in.
I found it. It's under resources, leadership calls.
Okay, perfect. So in your Office in Motion, and if you don't know what your Office in Motion is, and you don't know where that is, either you're a brand new coach and you don't need to really spend a lot of time there, and your coach will let you know where that is. Ultimately, talk with your mentor. So here's the deal. Dan Valentine challenged us with this thought process of how many of you would like to be able to have 1,000 new relationships, with about a third of them actually really interested in what it is that you're doing and wanting to partner up with you and have your support. And that's a pretty big deal. And I'm like, me, of course, it sounds like a rhetorical question, but if you really like boil this down, some of you go 1,000 new relationships. That's a lot of work. So he turned it around and then said, I'm going to say that over the next, 9 months, you're going to have 1,000 people that you've talked to. And you're like, wow, that seems overwhelming. He goes, let me break this down to you. And if you just do the math on this, 3 new people, new Facebook friends a day, 3 new friends a day, what would that be after 1 month? Right? Yeah, like 93, you know what I mean? 93 people. You have about 100 people, which is pretty phenomenal. And you go, okay. And if some days you did a little bit more than that, that's great, right? So he gave us the challenge to do 3 new friends, make 3, add 3 new friends a day, and add 3 posts a day. Like, so what's going on with your life? Maybe a before and after, or some kind of health inspiration post, or maybe a live if you're up to that, which is everybody starting to become up to that. It's kind of becoming the new norm now, right? To shoot live. So whatever fears you had before, you're a late adopter now because everybody's doing it. It's okay. You can tell your ego it's okay. Everybody's doing it. Or be interviewed or interview someone, all that. Kim did that today. That was phenomenal. Thank you for having me on. Do live. Post about your family. Post about something. Talk about some interesting topic. The point is 3 posts a day on Facebook. Be intentional about that. And then start 3 new conversations a day. And what this looks like conversations-wise is, of course, when you friend 3 new people, we have this really cool document that we can use that actually tells us what to say. And I'm going to see if I have it opened up on my screen. If I left it up earlier. Oh, I do. So we're just going to share the screen. Tell me if you can see my screen. Yeah. All right. Facebook Messenger ideas. And if you don't know where this is, your mentor coach, this is a great opportunity for you to say, hey, mentor coach, please help me get the Facebook Messenger ideas and info. And it has a little video of how to basically properly work the 3x3. It's got some follow-up actions when you post and what to say when someone responds. So action steps when you post a health post or before and after. And someone likes or comments, it tells you exactly what to private message the person and say. If they ask for the website or email information, it tells you what to say. If they ask for what the program or how-to questions, all those things there. All right. All that's there, even a brand new person. 3x3. So how simple is that? 3 new posts a day, 3 new friend requests a day, and 3 conversations started a day. I've been doing this for the last few days in a row, and I'm using this tracker form, which is really, really cool. Because the tracker form basically says, and it's on the Optimal Health, Optavia Health Coach page, it basically says 3 posts, 3 new friends, 3 new conversations. Then it has 3 little lines for you to write some notes in. And I could not fit all the names of the people in those lines that I contacted because I found myself not being able to stop at adding friends. And I found myself not being able to stop at conversations because people were actually accepting my friend request and I'm going off of the script. Now, this is super important. I'm going to make this quick and this is about it. When you're commenting back on someone accepting your friend request, use a systematic reply and approach with this. And there's a certain reply for people who are close friends, and there's a certain reply for people who you don't even know, but you friended them because maybe they're friends of friends and you have mutual friends in common. And that's on the actual script that I was showing you earlier of what to say. I used it verbatim today. And oh my goodness, the conversations were started. I have 4 new conversations. I did it with 4 people. I have 3 new conversations, the people who re-engaged right away. The other person hasn't even seen it yet because little bubble hasn't popped down. But the other 3 were like, hey, nice to meet you too. Well, you're probably curious as what does it say to get everyone to, well, all the 3 that saw it to respond and actually start a conversation with me. Read it. I'm not going to tell you what it says. It's awesome. And it elicits the response. All right. 3x3 your business. Over the time, like Christina said, action precedes all the momentum. It's amazing. And I will tell you, you'll be smiling just like Christina is, even though the wake is to come. I know this is an amazing tool. So I'm committed to it. Any questions or comments about the 3x3? All right. We're all good. We all get it.
I'll just comment that it's pretty amazing. I've had a lot of fun with it already. I love using that form. I love having the, messages already ready because it allows quick action that's very effective.
Sorry. I just wanted to jump in about the 3 conversations. Can it be, because I kind of took it too as like starting conversations with just people that you see and that you meet. And, that would that count as a started conversation? Because I take the Max every morning. Mm-hmm. And so I've kind of made a conscious effort to just like initiate a conversation, just say something to somebody. And I figured that's where I could start.
What I would say, Debbie, is a great start to the 3x3 is exactly what I laid out, which is on Facebook. You friend 3 new people on Facebook. This is a social media campaign. You do 3 posts on a day and the 3 conversations. That's what the 3x3 is. What you're doing is amazing for just being a human being that cares about other people. And I would encourage that any day of the week as a start to that in itself. And I don't want to make this about me, but I just want you to know I really connect with it. If someone challenged me a long time ago when I'm pumping gas to say hi and figure out creative ways to talk to the person next to you. And I started this like 15, 18 years ago. And I became really good at actually starting conversations with people. I sucked in the beginning. People at the gas station wanted to look everywhere but at me. But it's fun. And I love what you're doing. So
okay, I get it. Okay.
Debbie, here's something you can do though. When you meet that person on the bus, you can say, hey, are you on Facebook? We should be friends.
Yep.
That's exactly what I was going to go with that. As long as you connect it into that Facebook strategy, absolutely.
That's where I'm building up to it. It's just like kind of because a lot of people on the Max, they got their headphones on and stuff like that. But I'm like trying to put my phone down, looking around, trying to see who's might engage with me. So thanks.
Absolutely. Love it. So guys, I'm going to move us into, all this work that we've been talking about, what Christina's doing, what Alex shared about with the 3x3 student assessment, the 3x3 action. That's our freedom work, okay? It's the work that, the work to share freedom options with people. It's the work to invite others into freedom. And it's the work which sets them free that ultimately sets us free. We do not get free without helping others get free. And this is what we're talking about tonight, is the work to do that. So let's take some action together tonight. What specifically are you going to commit to in the name of freedom, theirs and yours? Okay, so Christina decided it was the health assessments. You might decide it's the 3x3. You might have something different that's going on between you and your mentor that you've been thinking about implementing. What does that look like though? So what you're going to do is you're going to text message right now. You're going to text message your mentor and you're going to share these 3 things. You're going to share what it is, the action that you're going to be doing, what specifically it looks like. So what that means is, what is the action? How frequently are you taking it? And when is your start date on that action? Because there's something really powerful in somebody else knowing what your plan is. Because then when they check back with you, there's that accountability measure. So text your mentor your action the frequency, how often you're going to take that action, and your start date for that action. Here we go. Let's set some people free.
Now, Daniela, if we have a three-way business Facebook message, can we post it in there, or do you prefer text, or what would you recommend?
I think most people probably know how their mentor prefers that communication. So I would say go with that. If your mentor is, using Facebook message, then go with that. Probably most of us are using that as a primary tool. But if you have a mentor that's doing something different, by all means, do that.
Perfect. Awesome. So yeah, so we're done with our call. It's 8:30 now. And so in the next 5 minutes, like, take the time right now and reach out to your mentor. I will do this. I need help with this. Can you do this? But everybody connect with your mentor as an action item of saying, this is what I plan to do, and this is when I plan to do it by. And that's going to light you on fire. You think Christina's on fire? You get a little bit of this, right? You want a little bit of Christina? Yeah. So thank you guys for tonight and for the trainings that you guys offered. Thank you for the people that are doing the actions and are providing the momentum and the excitement around what we do, because we don't have to coach. We get to coach. It's a privilege when you see someone's life change. Mm-hmm. So as we're signing off, Alex, Kim, Diane, did you have anything to add before we sign off?
I just want to say amen to everything you're saying. Action is the key. If you're feeling down and out, it's usually, for me, it's usually that I'm not acting consistently. And the thing that cures that is I start acting and I just feel congruent. Even if I don't get all the responses I want, I did the work, the DTW, I did the work. And I just want to encourage that and pay it forward. And if you need a tracking sheet for following up on all these people that are going to start responding, use this other Facebook system, Action Tracker, which is right there in that same section for that other stuff that I was showing you. And if you don't remember what the other stuff I was showing, that's one of the things you want to ask your mentor coaches. Where's that stuff Alex was holding up and showing on the screen, and get plugged in. And if your mentor doesn't know, their mentor does. So
that's our system, by the way. We have a system of a mentorship, and you hear that. Has anybody heard ask your mentor? Raise your hand if you heard check in with your mentor, right? It's because that's our system. That's our model. So I want you to encourage, you won't get this right on your own. It's not the way we built it.
Stay close.
Yeah, stay close. All right, guys. We'll see you.
One more little thing.
Hi, Kim. Yes.
Can we celebrate this like on the OHC? Because I don't know about you, but especially those of you that did Facebook Lives, that scared me to death. And just being able to say, even if it was terrible, say, I did it. And then, I don't know, there's something about it when there's community involved, you just feel so much better. So as we're taking these actions, even if it's like, hey, got my 3x3 done today, let's celebrate that on the page, because action, I don't know, that's doing the work each day is really what's going to propel us. So.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Thanks, Kim. Perfect way to close off. All right, you guys, we will see you next week. Thanks for your time. Thanks for your actions. People's lives are being changed because of the work you're doing. It's important. We'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.
Absolutely. Thank you.